You're still watching Ways. Now, today is International Day of Conscience, and the preamble to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights states that disregard and contempt for human rights have resulted to barbarous acts which have outraged the conscience of humankind, yes, and the advent of a world in which human beings shall enjoy the freedom of speech and belief and freedom from fear and want has been proclaimed as the highest aspiration of the common people. Moreover, Article 1 of the Declaration states that all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights and are endowed with reason and conscience and should act towards one another in a spirit of brotherhood. The task of the United Nations to save future generations from the scourge of war requires transformation towards a culture of peace, which consists of values, attitudes, and behavior that reflect and inspire social interaction and sharing based on the principles of freedom, justice, and democracy, all human rights, tolerance, and solidarity that rejects violence, and endeavor to prevent conflict by tackling their roots causes, to solve problems through dialogue and negotiation, and that guarantee the full exercise of all rights and means to participate fully in the development process of their societies. So this is a day to just call to everyone, if you have any bit of conscience inside of you, right? This is your day today. I mean, the war going on currently with Russia, what we are facing in Nigeria, the what's it called? I can't even justify the unjustified killings, kidnapping, you know.
There's a gross lack of conscience
yes. I mean,
going on.
It's just as if there is, man's inhumanity
to man.
Absolutely.
Because I mean, the person that is actually committing all of these atrocities, you also have families, you have kids, you have siblings, you have parents. That I'm certain that if anything bad happens to them, you would actually feel it. You will cry to mourn these people. So I mean, how do you even have this? I mean, you don't even have the empathy or sympathy to just not, but you just want to kidnap, kill, and just cause it's
sometimes
it's crazy.
Is what the purpose for which they're doing what they're doing. Some of them actually feel very justified.
Imagine that man last week that we were talking about that kidnapped children for 7,000 naira. To him, he feels like he's doing a job.
Absolutely.
It's insane.
You know the interesting thing, and I think again, it's quite interesting that today is International Day of Conscience, because if we're talking about clergymen and their impact, I mean, those are the people that are positioned to prick the mind. You continue to just...
They're the conscience of society.
Yeah, they're supposed to keep jigging and, ensuring.
With this now, we are very religious people in this country. Christians and Muslims put together.
All religion.
And then there is now like the rise in the insecurities, the rise in the violence, and these people are going to church. So is it that they are going to mosque? So is it that their mind, they're just going to fill and warm the seats?
Absolutely. All right, so let's start with Norma. What did you find for us in the news today?
Oh, okay. Well, it's a continuation of our conversation for this evening, but it's just a little bit of update on the Abuja Imam. So my story says, anti-government sermon. On account of that, the sacked Abuja Imam gets a new appointment. So the former chief imam of Apo Legislative Quarters Mosque, Sheikh Mohammed Khalid, has been appointed to lead another Jum'at mosque in Abuja. This came barely 24 hours after the imam was sacked by the Apo Mosque Steering Committee over the sermon that criticized the government's failure to stop insecurity in the country. The imam said that he paid the price for the voiceless and would continue to identify with the masses. And this story just goes to continue to buttress the conversation we've been having over time about our clergymen, which we're going to continue to do. I don't want to really dwell on that, but however, he's gotten another job, and that also testifies to his character as a person, because if he was somebody who had questionable character, I don't think that he will immediately get a job. Yeah. So I think that was quite commendable, and that tells a lot about him as a person. but we're going to go in depth in that conversation.
Absolutely, when we come
today. Yeah.
Okay, Alera, your story.
Okay, so from me, my story is actually, still on the attack in Kaduna. So 10 soldiers killed as bandits attack military base in Kaduna. So at least 10 soldiers have been attacked and some others have been injured by bandits prescribed as terrorists who attacked a military base in Birni Gwari, I apologize, local government area in Kaduna. The incident happened at 6 p.m., about 6:30 p.m. on Monday, and security sources told Channels Television. However, the military authorities are yet to confirm the attack. According to the source, the bandits monitored the movement of the soldiers, and when some of them were out on to their headquarters, they actually attacked and they killed 10 people. And there are 11 persons that have been abducted as well at the location. I mean, this is getting more bizarre by the day. So, I mean, I saw the videos last week of some children and some women that were like beheaded with cutlass and all of that. So this insecurity that's really going on in the country is becoming so alarming that it's impossible for people living in Kaduna to even sleep at night, because there is no guarantee that they would even wake up the next day.
It's very unfortunate.
It's really crazy.
Because even Kaduna has NDA.
Their base is there.
The base is there in 98. So how did Kaduna State become so defenseless?
It's crazy. Then how come they're even able to attack soldiers at their military base? Is there no security measures in
like
place?
In your face.
As in how? This is becoming more scary. If the soldiers that have the guns and all the trainings cannot protect themselves, what is going to happen to men Nigerians like us?
Well,
that do not
like
have any...
former Senator Shehu Sani said, that now maybe they should allow people to start purchasing weapons or being able to defend themselves.
Oh wow, I'm just in a breaking news. It says reps consider bill seeking to ban cross-dressing in Nigeria and jail offenders for 6 months. Let's see how that goes.
Let me
just to throw that out
there. Just throw it out there.
Our Instagram influencers.
Now guess whose picture is there? Bobrisky and James Brown. All right, so my story is actually a follow-up of, the conversation we've had about Will Smith, Jada Pinkett, and Chris Rock. So Will Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett, has come out to say that she wishes her husband did not slap Chris Rock. According to the actress, of course, everybody knows that aftermath is really biting hard. Yeah. It's hard to resign from the academy. Yesterday, I think he lost. Netflix, I saw something on Bad Boys.
Yes.
A production that's currently ongoing. I think
has been put on hold.
Yes, they're almost like dropping him off that role. That is literally Bad Boys is literally Will Smith.
It's his life.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Bad Boys is Will Smith. Will Smith is Bad Boys.
Yes.
So if
he's
willing
out
to
of the
let
picture,
him go, it tells you the gravity of what he's done. So she said that she wished her husband didn't slap Chris Rock at the 2022 Oscars rather on Sunday, and she was saying that both her and Will Smith agreed that he overreacted. And that he agreed that he overreacted by slapping the comedian, and that it was in the heat of the moment and it was him overreacting. He knows that, and she also knows that, and they're in agreement that he overreacted. The source that quoted was quoted to have said this. You know what breaks my heart is that, did you see the video that Linda Ikeji posted? I think I shared it.
She was shocked.
Where that angle, they had not shown that angle all this while.
That she was laughing.
When he actually slapped Chris Rock, she was laughing. This was somebody that was quiet before. So if you really
that you approved it.
Do you understand? You approved it. Why do you come out now? It is because of the backlash that is happening to him back to back, having to resign, some companies dropping him off. That's why she's coming out to say he overreacted, because even her son tweeted that that's how it's done. You remember he tweeted? Jaden tweeted when the father slapped Chris Rock. He tweeted and said, yes, that's how it's done or something. He made a very sarcastic statement saying like, yes, you don't mess with people and all of that. So for me, I think Jada, a lot of people are throwing shades at her, but I don't want to be part of the people like shaming her and all of that. But I'm saying that she had a huge contribution to this. Because you see, even when he was shouting, keep your wife's name out of, keep my wife's name out of your mouth, blah, blah, blah. If you were really, really like not in support of what he was doing at that time, you'd have got up from your chair. You'd have gone to meet him, you hug him and say, Just, it's okay, calm down. Now me they fight for, but it's okay.
It's okay.
Do you understand? I know how they talk to my
As in,
husband with I now.
besides,
you will draw your legs. Say, guy, calm down.
As he's even standing up, walking, because
You understand? It was a long walk.
No, maybe they didn't know what he was
You
doing.
don't even get my point. As it is, she approved it. So you can't just come out and say both of them have agreed. Like you never said a word. So if all these things did not happen,
I just remember
it was a
slap
hit.
again,
It was a
like-
hit of the moment thing.
and that's why they say
But
the hit of the
you know,
moment.
if that
You know,
happened,
sometimes when you even have there's
You're
a
angry.
way something happens and initially it doesn't hit
Yes.
until it actually
yes,
hits.
I know that.
So
bit.
let's give that benefit of the doubt.
Of course,
yes,
but
he
for
may have
me-
laughed initially, but thinking about it,
As an American,
eventually,
if he was a Nigerian,
Well,
if he was a
people react
Nigerian, or if he was a
differently.
Nigerian,
One
if it was a Nigerian award, just like the way the Oscar was like an American award. First, what is America? That one is number one. Harassment. There will be lawsuits that will follow you, and you did it on stage in
With
front
a
of the whole
whole-
world.
And guess what? Even though Chris Rock isn't even pressing charges, the police by themselves said they are getting ready to go and arrest Will Smith
for assault.
Do you understand? So it does not make any sense. I mean,
crazy.
you are his wife, right? Whatever he did, he was trying to. He thought in his head
That it was the
he
right
was doing
thing.
it for you, to make you feel good. It tells a lot. I mean, I listened to that video when that guy was analyzing the relationship. It's actually toxic. It is toxic, honestly.
Because,
that
I mean,
you have to go and lose everything you've worked for
Everything.
because you want to try to protect me. Why? On that note, we take a break. We want to talk clergymen. Stay with us. We'll be right back.